Yo, what it is, it's the Creek Boys, and you're locked in with the Vibe Perspective Podcast. Every day I'm with Vibe Perspective.
Yo, what it do, family? It's your favorite host, Mike on the mic from the Vibe Perspective Podcast. Tapped in with my guys at Ground 3 Radio, DJ OK, and we back again for another Vibes Out Tuesday and another series of interviews. Shout out to each and every one of my listeners tonight. Make sure you call in at 443-377-1872. Again, that number is 443-377-1872, man. We got one of the dopest guests in the building right now. One of my guys that I've been trying to get in here. Our schedules was kind of, left and right, but we got it right. We got it right. You know what I'm saying? I know you've seen his videos on social media. I know you've seen his entire language movement he's brought to the city. Man, we got the biggest Nuck in the building himself.
Oh man, what it is, man? It's the biggest Jikkuhlang, the biggest Jikkuhlang, the biggest hoo-ha, man. I ain't trying to hurt nothing. I'm just trying to jerk something so I ain't got to squirt nothing. On the fuckle. Jim Snell, smiggler, biggler, everything. Say it back with a little bit of Jikkuhlang you. I ain't trying to hurt nothing. Just trying to squirt something so I ain't got to jerk nothing. On the fuckle too. So that's him. Let's get him, man. On fuckle.
My guy, Bipple Yip Snipp in the building, rocking with us tonight. What's up, bro? What's up?
Hey, man. I'm good, man. Just working hard, you know what I'm saying? Just airman and gearman, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just catering to all my fuckle youths, giggling to all my juggle youths, man. But hey, man, God is good, airman's eye, good. What's up with you, fuckle?
Doing good, man. To all my listeners who want to listen more, tap in more with his work, some of his funny business, some of his language, anything you got and anything he's got going on, make sure you go over to at Bipple Yip Snipp on IG. That is BIPPLEY IPSNIPP on IG as we go through the interview so you can match the work to the man himself, man. I appreciate you pulling up to the studio. What is that, Ground 3 Vibe Studios? I appreciate you, bro.
Alright, no, I appreciate you, Mike on the mic, game on the guy, fuck on the yo, Jew on the eye.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
To me, get.
Man, so for my show, I always want to tap in early. I want to do the whole timeline because I feel like a lot of people appreciate your music. They appreciate your videos. They see you, but they don't know you personally as a person. And I want to bring that closer to the audience, or close to your fans, honestly. So tell us about your upbringing. Like, I feel like the character is huge for you. Like, like your personality is incredibly big, but I want to know what the origin story is. Like, we got Edgewood's Finest in the building, right?
Edgewood's the biggest Jikkuhlang, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from Edgewood, Maryland, Jikkuhlang, you know what I'm saying? On the 402 sides, Manila New sides, I was born in Hattie Grace on the Jikkuhlangs 939 on Jikkuhlang. All my family from Baltimore, like, so it's like, I always understood Baltimore, you know what I mean? Like, all my family, I got family members under me that, kind of followed my mother out to the county, because she got all my cousins and stuff when they was young. Then she got their kids, that was my age. Okay. So it's like she like one of the favorite ones, like Aunt Darlene on Jettos. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've always just, I think that's where my comfort came from. Like when I really got here in like 2014, I got here, got real comfortable. But to spin back and not to skip as much, I'm from Edgewood, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like small little area. You know what I mean? It's definitely that area where all the areas on the outside skirts, the parents don't really want their kids back there. Don't go to that basketball court. Don't go behind Giant or Jikkuhlang. But for the most part, I was the cool guy, Like I boxed and stuff like that. I always knew how to fight. So, I kind of, I was respected, but I gave respect. So, you know what I mean? I never really had to demand respect because I always gave it. So, you know what I'm saying? So when I turned 11, my sister played the, and this is exclusive. I never even told nobody this on an interview. Like my sister used to play the Sims on the Jettos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she would always play the Sims, and they'd be on there like boo boo bee,
they own language,
So I would be so fascinated by that shit. You know what I'm saying? So as that go on, then I come across Pootie Tang.
So that's my joint.
I'm like, this nigga, it's like, and then it was like for him to be so opposite of what the statistics say was accepted. But for him to be so loved, it just made me comfortable to just be like, man, like,
what a time.
Yeah, like, what a time on the Jikkuhlang. So,
yes, sir.
Man, I'm in like the 7th grade, right? And then I kind of chilled with it I kept it in the neighborhood for a little bit.
Sure.
I got to like the 7th grade. I'm on, how back in the day you would be on 3-way with all your Jikkuhlangs, you know what I mean? All your photos and Jikkuhlang using poisons. You know what I'm saying? Poison our membranes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on there and I'm just like, duty bangle dangle bangles on there like that, right? So
yeah.
Yo, by the time by the time, like, I think it was around like 6, 7 o'clock, wasn't dark yet. By the time 10, 11 o'clock come, my mother hop on the phone like, y'all gotta get, it's time to get off the phone. By this time, it's like 20 people on the three-way.
Yeah.
Like, yo, when I get to school the next day, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap,
So from that moment on, like, I didn't just, everybody around me, and then it just started spreading out, becoming affectionist.
Yeah.
Just was talking that Fartwell. Like, it started at Edgewood. Like, a lot of people don't realize that Jikkuhlang, the lingo, Guhas, it came from Edgewood.
Man.
Baltimore adopted it, and, they rightfully adopted it because it's like, all my family here, I pretty much spent every weekend of my life as a child here, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of like my family's so big, so it's kind of like they play a big part in it making it into the city. So it's So it's kind of, I ain't gonna say they took it. I'm just gonna say I was here. And
you was an influencer early.
You know what I mean? But it's cool though. Like, this city give me a lot of love. So it's like I'm from Edgewood and Baltimore, really. But I rep Edgewood, but I'm here. We rocking with Baltimore. All my family here. Like, if I say like the way my family is, if I say I'm not from Baltimore, it's like.
You from Baltimore,
but I'm from Edgewood, so it's like
for sure.
But it's like, yo, this city, it's a very thin line between safe and unsafe, Jikko and Unyetwo on Fartwell. You know what I mean? But you can definitely stay on the other side of that line if you just be yourself. Stay out the way, you know what I mean? Only stay into what you ready to be into. You know what I mean? Jikko pay how you not pay.
No, for
this
sure.
city really will love you and show you a lot of love, yo. Like,
absolutely.
It gets to the point where sometimes I had to catch myself on the Tuesdays. Like, I can't go in Walmart without people like, oh my goodness,
stop it,
Jikko. And I'll be going through real life stuff because I'm married. I got 3 kids, things like that.
No, congrats, by the way.
I appreciate you, Fartwell. It's my good smiles, child, my Jikko's, my Fartwell wife, it's like. I be having a lot of Jikko going on.
Facts.
So it's like sometimes I'll be like, I catch myself like going the other way.
And
things like that. But I catch myself like, man, let me listen back. Let me go find that voice again.
No, for sure.
Let me walk back through this store real quick and listen for that voice and be like, and just wait for them to run across me again. But it's just like the love is crazy. Edgewood, it was birthed there, so they kind of used to it. Edgewood has gotten a little fascinated with, what I've become, but I can honestly say that they kind of used to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Baltimore's more so the one that's like, yo,
kind of catching up to the movement, for sure.
But
for
it's
sure.
like a lot of people don't really know. Like, I've been really here. I was R&B artist.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Rich Love.
We certainly gonna tap into that. I don't want to skip because I do want to get some time to that.
I already know. I ain't gonna give him too much. I'm gonna stay on topic on Jikko Tiz. I'm gonna let you let you get him.
No, for sure. I mean, and I think, all right, so there's a couple things that I want to point out that you brought up. I mean, you talked about being in the city, and you talked about the city showing you love, and and that thin line between safe and unsafe. And I think there's a very great story in your upcoming of like, off air we talked about you being a barber. And we talked about you sort of, finding that for yourself. And I seen that throughout your journey of like, you could have did the other thing. You could have did everything else everybody kind of wants to do in the city, Instead, you just decided to like, use your movement for like good, for like positive energy around everybody, and also to cut hair. And we talked about how that's a whole thing in and of itself. Like, being a barber isn't just hair, it's like a whole thing around it. So, I mean, everybody that's from Baltimore know what like a bip is, what I'm saying? But like for all my listeners that's like outside of Baltimore, even, across the world, like a bip is like a haircut, but it's so many things that's like,
a bip, I think people probably been saying bip.
Yeah.
But I more so feel like, of course I got my lingo. So
even
though that's a man-made word as well, somebody made that, it's still a translation to it in Jikko. So it's, a Bipple Yip. You know what I mean? So a Bipple Yip is a Bipple Yip for me. I mean, you got barbers that, probably have adopted some of my ways, and, that's what you're supposed to do. I adopted.
Absolutely,
rest in peace, Marcus. I adopted a lot of other people's ways. I can go for days now, but I ain't gonna do all that on Jikko. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's definitely a way now. It's a Jikko. You can definitely get a Bipple Yip.
No, for sure.
I definitely got a haircut board on Fartwell Tisms.
I
definitely got my own,
Yeah, for sure. You got your own catalog for your expertise.
It's a couple barbers that has ordered them, and they other states that use them as they like barbershop.
So when you started being like a professional barber, when did you even know that you had the potential to even do that?
I was 11. My hair was a little nappy, and my mother, she made me paint my Guhao off, and I was so mad. And I'm like, yo, I'm not never allowing my hair to get Jikkuhlang again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start cutting my own nagging.
Yeah.
So I start hemming my own nagging up. And then like my sister was like the barbershop to me. She was a barber too on Jikkuhlang. So my mother was cutting my hair. So when my sister would come over, if she got off early on a Jikkuhlang, and I'd be like, Crystal, you earn me up? You give me an earn?
Yeah.
And if she say yeah, that's like, woo, that's like a barbershop trip.
Yeah.
She wasn't always available, so it's like, man, how can I get that? So I start Jikkuhlang on my own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I start cutting my homeboy's hair. You know what I mean? On Jikkuhlang. And then one thing led to another. Then it turned into the free homeboy cuts turning into they try and make regular appointments out of it on the Jikkuhlang. So that's when the price had to start coming about on Jikkuhlang on Goosema's. I lost my voice too. I was doing a little bit of airman early on Jikkuhlang.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, yesterday's price is not today's price for sure. And I mean, look, and I even seen some early videos of you in the barbershop and singing. We talked about, the alter ego Rich Love, right? Tell me about sort of that beginning. Like, when did you find your love for music? Like, where did that come from?
I mean, all my sisters sing, my father sing, so it's like it was just kind of natural, just hearing them sing all the time, just hearing them notes. Yeah. And I never realized maybe till I got older, but it's just like hearing them notes. I've always felt like I ain't never know I can sing. I always thought like I always hearing my sisters sing. I thought it was normal to hold a little note. So by the time I got to high school, our homegirls was she walked me around the whole entire school and was making me sing that little couple second part.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What the fuck that joint was? I think it was the You Are Not Alone.
Oh man, you was pulling all of them with
that. You know what I mean? On some stuff. Like, yo, she walked me around the whole school, yo.
Yeah.
But then I chilled again for a second. And then I think, matter of fact, I was like 18, 19. I got a homeboy named Mitch. Shout out to Mitch, one of my good homeboys.
Big shout out.
It was a 92 Q truck sitting in the parking lot out Edgewood. I think the guy named was Corbin was in there.
Yeah. Corbin Smith. Yeah.
Corbin, that's my guy.
Yeah.
He was in there, and my man Mitch like, yo, Jikkuhlang. And back then, the lingo was on it like, sim,
right.
He was on. He like, yo, I wanna go over there.
Right.
Oh, yo, chill. So he go over there, he holla at him, so yo put me straight on the spot. Yeah. So it just from there, I ran with that. Like, I was doing some shit with 92Q. I ran with that, and then it's like I had to keep up with that.
Yeah.
So like, cause it's kind of like it's an odd launch. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
like, launch. It's like, dang. My first encounterment was like doing something a little bit with 92Q, so it was like it kind of forced me to like try to keep myself at a certain level
and take it seriously.
It was bittersweet at times, I can honestly say that I had high horse moments. I've had people around with high horse moments, so it's kind of like I could have did things a little bit different. It probably would have turned out different, but you know what I mean. For the most part, it was like I really that's what I was doing. A lot of people don't even realize that yet.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I seen early in your journey, like you had the record. What is it? She On It with Tay Rock, like. Man, that's in 2012. That's 2012.
You find that on a good shout out man Tay Rock.
Man, shout out Tay Rock. No, for sure.
That's my neighborhood friend though. Like I've known him my whole life. Like
that's crazy.
We grew up together. Like he hung with my older sister and my older sister used to be like a tomboy. She hung like with the boys. So she hung out with his big bro Burt Bucks, like the one that started the Cave Gang. Like that's one of my real friends. Like he used to what's that little move in the wrestling movie where you go like this?
Yeah, right.
He used to do that to me and his brother when we was little. Like that's my real like
the
big
chicken
bro.
little,
You know what I mean? I really kind of got caught up into the family thing and just working in Baltimore and kind of transitioning. But like it was a point of time where I ain't miss a battle and things like that. Like, his brother, like we was like best friends. Like, that's my gosh, shout out to the Cave Gang. That's my
big shout out Cave Gang.
It's my real Jikkuhlang.
Yeah, I know for sure. Those day one A1s matter. Like we talked about that too off air.
Like it don't matter how many battles I miss. It don't matter what height of a battle it's at. I don't care if my last one was here. Now he here. Rock. Battle Jit. You already know, biggest scared. I'm just like the biggest. I'm like, I ain't feel retarded, but they like, that's Nuck. Like, oh, kid, where you been at for kids?
Yeah, no, for sure,
It's gonna be like that with everybody I know when I hear him. So,
man, that's dope.
You know what I mean? I kind of get to space out. You know, people will judge you. You space out, and then you come back out. Now they like, oh, you switched up. You did. That's never really was like that for me.
Yeah,
it's always been so different.
Yeah.
On a Jikkuhlang. So it's like when I come out, it's just you be too geeked up that I'm out. No, you don't be worrying about how long it's been since you seen me on there.
No, for sure. I mean, I want to stay on music because I feel like you said, there's some huge moments that you've encountered in your journey so far. Like even working with Smirf, like on that Panda R&B remix.
Oh
like,
yeah, yo,
he
the reason that took off. Yo, shout out to Big L. Yo, Big L put that joint in the
that's
Rest
crazy.
in peace to Lil Scooter. He had
Rest
that
in
in the
peace,
Lil
yeah.
Scooter Young Moose mix with they Panda. Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He played they Panda. He was playing mine.
Oh, he
so,
played yours right.
man,
That's
he had me
crazy.
lit. I ain't gonna lie, he had me lit. But
Yeah.
I don't know, yo. There was a lot of things I done wrong with that music. I feel like I was spoiled too early. Like I was signed to Brian Gibbs. He calls himself Brian Nightingale now.
Yeah.
He was signed to Mario, and it was like he's like at a point in time he was like it on the R&B.
Yeah,
so
for
it's
sure.
Like I came right into it with him. So I was kind of spoiled, and always at every moment felt like, all right, something about to shake off. So now I look back, I would teach my son or anybody else that's looking to me for guidance on the jet autisms.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd be like, yo, go crazy with it. Like, ain't no tomorrow. Like, like
100%.
literally, like, ain't no tomorrow at all. Like, everything that you feel like when that chip on your shoulder say, I could do more, but I ain't.
Right.
Man, you gotta kill that.
You gotta kill it. No, for sure. Yeah, no,
because
100%.
I definitely got a lot of bombs that
Yeah.
could have did something like with what's that guy that got the Trap Queen song?
Fetty Wap.
His song 92Q. I had a meeting down there one time, and they was like, that lady was telling me like, look, you want interviews down here and stuff like that. You want to do things like this. When do you know that Trap Queen? You know we had that song 3 years ago. Before the world heard it. You gotta run your record. You gotta push your record.
Yeah.
She was like, you don't have no record on here that you can show me a portfolio or push. And I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Yeah, you know, I feel it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, I know that must have like felt, you know, bittersweet almost in the moment. It's like, you know the work you put in, all the stuff you did in the studio, late nights, working with artists, working with different producers, and like she's like, oh no, but you don't have a record you push. And I think that's a gem right there. I think somebody who's listening, who's on their career so far, or even thinking about getting into a music career, like hearing that from you is important, because it's like, yo, I know I got talent. I know I'm working with some dope people. I need to push my record and have something that's like setting the standard for me. Yeah, so when I walk in, my record already there.
I had dope people, man. Taylor Boy Nate, Brian Gibbs, man. I got songs with everyone, like
Moose,
all the hottest
Davo.
rap.
That's in 2017. Like you was smoking in 2017, going crazy.
And it was all organic, just from cutting hair, just from being a good guy. Like I ain't got too much of a personal relationship with anybody. I always I be spaced out.
Yeah,
my own thing.
Yeah.
But as far as me just being a good person, it's just hard to not be neutral with certain people. And things just happen organically. Sure. I never was a type that was beating nobody lying down for nothing. Not saying that's a problem, because like you gotta grind. You gotta do that now. You gotta put that footwork in. But
definitely,
like I said, it just was organic, because they was more so shocked that like, dang, that's you on this. Because I'd be cutting somebody's hair. Say I'm cutting one of the hot rappers' hair.
Yeah.
I'd be playing a song. And they like, damn, yo, who that? You gotta send me something.
That's hard. Yeah,
so it'll
for
go
sure.
something like that. You know what I mean? But for the most part, like, I'm gonna get back on it for sure. I'm just trying to like really realize, like, find my why and like really focus, get everything, and just let it be a hobby that I probably can go so many places with.
For sure.
Stay sharp so I can teach it to my kids. So it's definitely not over for that.
Definitely.
I definitely got things in the chamber on my jet.
100%. And I think that's important, like having that foundation. I think you're a lot further ahead than a lot of artists are. Even at this point, it's like, even if you aren't constantly at it right now, it's like that foundation you set so early is only gonna help you in the future. Like doing records with OMC Ant, friend of the show, was on the podcast before.
OMC Jet-O.
You know what
I'm saying?
A lot of
people don't know.
Break
I came
up
into
record.
the city straight with Kleon. Like I was in Edgewood, and he got the bluffing ass niggas. Shout out to Kleon. He had the bluffing ass niggas on YouTube. That shit was going crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody out Edgewood was watching that joint. Like I don't even think he realized he was a star out there. Like we was real life fans.
Definitely.
Like, I hit him on Instagram when Instagram first started, like reaching out as a fan. He go to my page. So back then Instagram was like exciting. So it wasn't too many bougie people on Instagram. If somebody hits you, you going to their joint to see what he posting.
Right.
His life going. You ain't used to that type stuff.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Like, what is this normal person doing?
Right. Yeah.
So he like, oh, you sing? He like, oh, I want to put you on this play.
Yeah.
So I was really like pumped up because of Kleon when I really skipped that part. and I apologize about that. Shout
No,
out
you
to
good.
Kleon.
You good.
Yo, like I was really pumped up. Like I wasn't paying to get no clubs or nothing because I was running around the whole city with Kleon every single day. After the play practice, he was like, yo, come on, get some drinks with me.
Yeah.
We going all around the city, and you know he good with all the security and all that.
Yeah, he
stuff.
good in every hood.
It was always, hey, yo, he with me, and he introduced me to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my man Richie, a singer.
Right.
So he really the one that broke me to the city as far as like music. And he one of the ones that, yo, I ain't talked to Kleon in a while. I can call Kleon right now and be like, yo, where you at? Where you live at now? I got to come talk to you. He not gonna be like, wow. We got that kind of relationship, so he's one of the ones that was really disappointed in me. We don't have that type of conversation or relationship because it's love, we brothers.
Sure.
But I know he's like, especially when I was young, he like, because I had so many excuses. They was good excuses because it was just like, you know, being a parent, not having a father, having a son. That's my first child.
You wanted to be there.
Fascinated with, I gotta get my son.
Right.
So I was always, I didn't realize till I was older, like, I don't mean to go off context.
You're good. Yeah.
I seen this guy on this Insta Snap. I don't know if he was on a show or something. He was basically saying like, it's scientifically proven that a child only needs 3 hours a day of like mental stimulation from their parent to reach their full potential. Based on what's needed from the parent to reach their full potential.
Yeah,
of course,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
other things.
Of course,
need.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's basically like, stop bitching. I can cuss on here, right?
Yeah, you good.
Stop bitching.
You already
stop
cursed
complaining.
anyway,
Stop
so
being
it's
soft. Stop acting like a mommy, and get out here and fucking get it, so your kids can be something. It's no
building that
different
legacy.
when you sending your child to college, then you only can see them on weekends. It's no different than when you gotta leave to Iraq and you can't see your kids except for FaceTime. Like, it's sacrifices that gotta be made.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So that's just pretty much how I look at it for real. Like,
No, 100%. I mean, not to get back on the Ant record, but that EP, I think it was Soul Sauce. Like 2019, the Is You record.
Going back on that joint.
Like, you got the Is You record with YNE Sosa, 2020. Like, bro, like, I think that's so dope. I think that's another gem. Like, being so accessible, but also like knowing who to attach yourself to in a certain moment. To be like, hey, you know, like, if this person can almost be my A&R sort of figure. Like, he's breaking me to individual people. He's introducing me to different rooms. And it's like, taking advantage of that is so important, right? Like, I think that's important.
So
I think that's important.
So like piggyback off it, I just ain't want to get to talking too much.
For sure, do your thing.
But I'm to stay back on that for a quick second. He was like really like more so like my big brother. Like, man, you bluffing. Man, you ain't trying to do this. He'll put me on such a big platform to do something last minute. And it's like I wouldn't be ready, or I'd be sick and wouldn't know how to preparate before and too scared to say, yo, I'm too sick to do it. But instead of going to say, yo, tell JR to help me real quick, I would just be like, not just not taking it as serious. You know, shout out to my man JR Crybaby Johnson, Jet
for sure.
What I mean? Like a whole live nigga latute. And dang. But you know what I'm saying? So it was like, that's somebody that I could have really, truly benefit off of in more of a business standpoint, more of an entertainment standpoint. If I was taking things more serious, but relationships still the same.
Definitely.
Like,
definitely.
There's times like, cause it's levels to this life shit. So it's like you expect certain things out of your friends at certain levels. So it's like, say if Kleon was just chasing his music so hard on Instagram. Say he hit me like, yo, I'm trying to do something real quick. I need a studio. Oh dang, bro, I don't know. I think we can. Hey man, you still bluffing. Like, you still
big bro shit.
That's big bro shit. So it's like basically to say to the young Nackins, man, like I say, treat every day like it's last, man. Because you'll have people out here that really want to help you but can't because you ain't taking it serious. You gotta get out your own way on Joe.
Absolutely.
Hear him out your own game.
No, for sure. And that was, I mean, so far we've done like a short 2016 to 2020 musical recap, if you will. Like, if you go to 21, just a little bit, you had the Hard For Me project. Like, tell me about that, because I know that was an endeavor for you, and I know it was a huge thing.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna get into it. But we done just patched up some things. So, you know, we just got the house and all that, single family home. Shout out to the families.
Congrats.
You know, I want to break the ice on that real smooth. I don't want it to melt too fast. But what I will say, I was going through some moments at that time where I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of like being so personal with something that can heal people. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? Let me start making songs that make me tear up a little bit while I'm writing it. Like, let me make them kind of records.
For sure.
You know, like, and it's like, tapes like that, it's tapes that really deserve a real push. And it's like, I didn't even really push that because I was really in a bad state of mind when I put the tape out. But it was people posting videos crying and stuff like that, tagging me and crying, saying how much I helped them get through things. Like, I really was, I was so vulnerable on that tape. I ain't write not one word.
Really?
I just went in there and just worked. I just went in there and just was like, just went.
Yeah,
you know, just like shout out to Gerard Beats, my
big shout out,
engineer I'll be working with now. He'd be like, man, just go in there and just let me hear what you're doing. Let me hear what you got. And how I get to going, he'd be like, I'm keeping that. And he'd be like, man, just he kind of like tricked me into doing it this way. He like, man, just come on and just keep seeing what you can give me. So I'm just going, and then I catch like 8 bars, and I really be deep into my feelings, and I cut my eyes over, and he'd be out there like,
you going crazy, right?
You know, my man Reese would be sitting out there like, you know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, dang, man, maybe I should stop being embarrassed to tell my business a little bit. Just because it's like, I am who I am. I'm a family man. I'm J-O-U. I stay out the way.
No, for
I don't
sure.
bother nobody, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm more so a family type guy. So it's like, why not get on a raw wave type tip? You know what I mean? And like, really heal some people.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I mean?
And I think I felt that energy looking through your story, like sort of through the journey. I had noticed you did, it was like a short vlog series you did around the It's Happening project with Big Rip. Like, and I could tell, then I'm going back a little bit, but like,
bad Big Rip. Yes,
shout out to Big Rip, by the way.
Shout out to Big Rip.
But I could tell in that
Somebody
vlog.
go tag Big Rip at this.
Oh yeah, no, tag
Big
him right
Rip.
now. I could tell in that vlog, you know, you had that energy. It was like something that was like, you can't capture that. It was like, that was natural.
I was high as a too. I was on the nerves back then. I don't fuck around no more. I was on
no, for sure.
But I was passionate though, yo.
You were super passionate. I could feel that energy through that.
Kept getting in my own way, but yo, I was passionate around the time. Like, I really
100%.
felt as though it was like, man, like, we going to do this shit for O's.
Yeah, no, 100%. Definitely, man. And I could tell, you know, that's something that I've noticed, like, along the way. Like, even with the Wrongs record in 2022, like, you know, even the Bino Dolce record in 2022.
Can we talk about that Wrongs record for a second?
Please talk about the Wrongs record, because that's one of my joints. I played that back a few times, though, for sure.
I wish I can show you the picture that created that Wrongs record. I could, but I don't even want to pause too long. I don't know if I'm armed enough to multitask like that. I'm smoking that Garrison, but yo. I did that song, right, during a crazy time of my relationship, you know what I'm saying, with my wife, right? But I tucked it because it was just like too personal. It was just like, man, I was giving them too much. I'm like, whoa, I can't put this out. Yo, we got in a super big fight about something. She gonna be mad at me for saying this, but hey, man, at the end of the day, I am who I am. I'm earning how I'm getting. I really need to tap more into this type of shit and education, letting the people know who I am. It's gonna make me bigger. So shut your knacking up. So it's like we got in a real big, you know, like a real big disagreement, and I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Main visuals, yo, where you at, yo? I'm trying to shoot a video, yo. I'm about to go buy some shoes. And I was like, man, we gotta shoot this joint. Man, I dropped that joint, yo. That joint got like 200 comments. That joint was going crazy on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, dang, yo, that's gonna be like one of the main songs that I put a big push on when I'm ready to go. Like that song, like I freestyled that song straight out the top of my brain.
Really?
Like, I just went. Like that song was real. Like you know what I'm saying?
I could feel that too.
Like we the doctors. Like the type of words I was saying in that song, like we've been fixing it. Like, we've been fixing this, like we the doctors. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of like that shit was deep. Cause people be looking at us like, yo, like yo, y'all crazy, yo. Yeah. And then it's like so much loyalty there with me and Shorty. It's just like, if I push that music a little bit more, like people really get to see, like, and really get to tap in, and I really start vlogging, make a YouTube channel, and let people see, like, damn, this retarded motherfucker got a fucking beautiful ass wife, like, damn, a beautiful family, like, it'll really make people tune in more. But I was just so in my own world and just so allowing things to just get in the way that shouldn't, really myself mainly. But I'm getting out of all that. Yeah, for sure. Because it's like, yo, all this need to be seen, like, all this need to be. You know what I mean? Like
broadcast it to the world.
My wife, one of them ones. She done up and all that. She took, you know, they ain't on Jet-O. So it's like my family's beautiful. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot more to this retarded knuckle Joe. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and honestly, like, from your words, you say retarded, but like to me, I think of creativity. Like everything I've seen so far, it's like your box isn't a box. Like you so out of the box with like how you approach things. It's like the creativity is at a high level for you, and I could tell, like, you know, even with speaking your own language for a decent amount of time, like, you know, that was like one of the beginning sort of, you know, markers or symbols. It's like, oh, there's a sign here that like I got creativity that like a lot of people, even in the city, outside the city, don't have. You know, that leads to like the Jikkuhlang Dictionary released in March 2022,
yes,
right?
Sir. Jikkuhlang, J-O-U-S, man. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, you know what's so crazy, yo? I should have dropped that dictionary before they took my page from me. Yo, I have Hulu in my DM and all that, yo, on that motherfucker. I'm about to get my live back jumping. Yo, I have Hulu and all that in my DM, like, you know what I mean, asking about the, like, saying, like, biopic, question mark.
Yeah.
All that, like, so it was like, I should have, I had friends, I mean, they meant well. I had friends in my corner, like, yo, Jet-Os, you gotta wait till you hit like 100K to drop the book. He like, yo, I'll put whatever behind. I mean, they would have. But, you know, that was their honest opinion, and I went with it. And my page got snatched for me being lazy and not keeping my content original. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I went on and dropped the book at a time I only had like 4,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shout out to my man Mike Mills.
Edited by Mike Mills, right? Yeah, big shout out.
Yeah, he really helped me put that together, because it's like, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna put his business out there, but you know, he's a successful guy. He's a great guy. You know what I mean? He stay out the way, he's staying his enemy, jiggle how he jiggle. And he got to a point in his life where he was like, you know what? I don't feel right, you know, by God to sit around people that I know something that's so simple for me can do so much for them, and it's such a big part of their life, and it can be such a big step in their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you know, there will be business tied with it. You know, handshake without even saying, even if, you know, of course there's business with it and all that, but it's like, that's just business, but it's way more. It's 95%.
Right.
Yo, like what I'm explaining to y'all.
Exactly.
Jikko, like he,
for
like,
sure.
I'm not gonna keep sitting around watching things that's like so ABC 1, 2, 3 for me.
Yeah.
But hard for the, and I say I love this guy. I say this guy's my little bro, and to see how much you love your kids, and to see how much you love your wife and your family, and to just sit here and just know I can just help you with this real quick. Know I can hop on this and do this. I'm gonna just do it. So he helped me really put it together. And that joint came right out. And it's like he really realized, like, dang, I think the thing with Rich is, it's like, he don't like letting his bros down. So if it's like, if it's something that like his bros is like counting on him with, he gonna like go more with it. So it kind of like created something. It created like a group huddle with a lot of my big bros and a lot of the guys that'll probably be investing in me around me. Like, damn, you know what? I got an idea, yo. I think if we just do this, I think it'll, you know, I ain't gonna say too much, but
start putting things together.
A lot of things about ready to change. So it's like,
shout
out to Mike, because he definitely opened people's eyes up. I'm not saying that it was like tweaked intentions, you know, for the better of them and all that type stuff. But it's like he definitely opened eyes up. That's what friends supposed to do for each other anyway.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? It's like it's going well, and I deserve. I'm a great guy. You know what I mean? Like I say, family man,
absolutely.
On hands.
No, for sure. And I mean, like you said, like that movement started to grow. Like shortly after, you see Kodak coming to the city, like asking people to speak the language. Like, yo, like
shout out
like
to Kodak.
Shout out to Kodak Black, man.
Yo, and you know what's so crazy? Yo, so many people was hitting me like, man, them guys was petty, man. They were supposed to do this and that and this and that. I'm like, yo, you gotta understand, yo. That's Kodak Black, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, like one of the I know both of them.
Yeah.
But one of the guys, I think with my man Wheatlow, I cut his hair. Like now he go to my big bro, one of the other barbers in there, because you know I got busy one day and he started going to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they got a little overwhelmed. And if you look at the video, he was about ready to say, yo, that's my barber. You know, I can call him. But, you know, his other homeboy, I know him too. He a good associate. He a rapper, so he kind of, you know, you're supposed to focus on yourself.
Facts.
You're not supposed to be out here. You got kids. You got your own family. You're not supposed to be out here like, I can call you.
Right.
I mean, it's chess, not checkers, so maybe it might have been some checkers going on. It should have been more chess, but it ain't nobody's fault.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But for sure, it probably would have benefited you know, them more to call me, because he probably would have been like, yo, call.
Yeah.
Then they would have created more of a relationship.
Right.
But you know, everything happened for a
Right.
reason.
Yeah.
Like, so when I do meet him, and for him to know that he wasn't hunted down after that, I ain't beat his DM down after that. So when I do meet him and I'm able to tell him that it was a whole controversy about that, a friendly one, you know what I mean? Like, man, yo, like, it was like a big thing about that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he gonna know, like, man, he a real Jet-O.
Yeah.
On a game, man. I gotta get him a dictionary too, man.
No, for
Shout out
sure.
to Kodak Black when Jet-O to his.
Shout out to Kodak Black, man. No, definitely. You gotta
Yeah,
come back
man.
to the city, tap on my guy Rich Love, aka Bipple Yip Snipp. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get one of these dictionaries, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. Now, listen, I know, like, around that time, like I said, Kodak, that was a huge moment. You got an article written about you, like, La Van Dyke, I believe. Like, online, a guy was like, oh, I found this guy's content. Like, you know, you got people who are, you know, not necessarily direct close associates to you, like, tapping into the movement. How did that feel at the time to, like, be so recognized?
Yo, you know what's so crazy, yo? Like I say, like, I was I was kind of in my own way a little bit, so I kind of would always expect too much, but doing so less. So a lot of them moments, they wasn't appreciated until now. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, now I go back and I get goosebumps looking at them. And they give me way more of a drive
for sure.
now. So
that
it's
foundation,
like, dang, yo, these people in London is like, you can tell when something is just content.
For sure,
You can tell when something is just something that somebody used to doing. Yo was really ecstatic. Like that guy in London, black guy in London. He was like, yo, this guy, man, he fuck with you. He's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, dang. And then it's like, I think it's called Bliss World or something. They use like the article they got about me as like the ad to bring traffic to their site. So it's like to hear them talk that proper English like that.
Yeah.
To hear them talk that proper English like that, yo.
No, for sure.
And talk about me like that and say like what's going on in their brains. The moment
100%.
right before they stumble across, and it's like, dang, man, you got these Shakespeare type people.
For sure.
You got these Shakespeare type people just making long articles like that about me. I don't even feel like reading this shit on
Hey, you Shakespeare, you Baltimore Shakespeare.
But it's like, dang, yo, it really now, I went back and read it 50 times.
Yeah.
It's different now. My kids are older now. They're expecting so much out of me now. Like, don't you know the little things you pick up, all the little flowers you pick up and blow? Yeah. Now they grabbing stuff and saying, I want a new house. I want my daddy to be on a big stage and say Jekyll. So it's like, dang,
man.
You know what I mean? My youngest daughter attached to this book. So it's like, it's nothing against the fans, but it's like, yo, I'm trying to go 10 times harder because of that. And it's y'all gonna love it.
Absolutely.
I got such a deeper purpose now to Jekyll. You know what I mean? It's like, dang, yo, these kids really is like amazed by me on the Jekyll.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I mean? Nevertheless, all my great, wonderful fans all around the world, Jekyll UK, fuck with you, Canada, everywhere on Jekyll.
And even Druski, I know he's a fan. I mean, I know it had to be bittersweet though, because he was on that stage. And he ain't give credit where credit was due.
Yeah, he did. He did do it a couple times too, but
you know what I'm saying?
It's cool, but yo, it's like, yo, I'm so high spirited, and I know it's always been my fault. I don't. All them opportunities, that's just the universe telling me that it could have been better. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
That's
so
a gem.
It's tomorrow ain't promised. So
yeah.
You got one or two type of people in this world. You got a person that's going to dwell and weep about it, and a person that's going to realize that it should have been bigger. That was my moment for it to have been bigger. So when the next one come, make sure that you reaping the full benefit that the universe got to offer on the fall Tuesdays.
Absolutely. I mean, we talked about your daughter saying she wishes her dad would be on a huge stage, and one of the huge stages that I even met you at was a CIAA weekend at the celebrity basketball game.
Oh, and
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wave KD, shout out to Global Quan.
That was my first time doing that. I ain't never done that like that.
You couldn't even tell that was your first time doing it. On God. Not only was I like laughing the entire time, I like watching basketball too, but like I couldn't even really focus on the basketball game because I was waiting to hear the next thing you was gonna say.
Controlling the rum has always been one of my survival tactics. And when I mean controlling the rum, it's a specific thing that I'm controlling. It's hearts. So it's like controlling the hearts and the rum has always been simple for me. So it's I kind of like caught some tunnel vision and just was like, yo, just control the hearts like you do anywhere else. Feed off of any giggle. Turn any because I understand the recipe of the Jikkuhlang.
yeah.
I've been doing it too long. So if it's like, if you give me an inch, I'm taking
You taking
the
it.
universe. So if you wiggle a little bit about something, I'm gonna turn it all the way up to the max.
No, for
So it's
sure.
like I got you.
For
So it's
sure.
like, yo, now that I'm out my own way, yo, y'all gonna see, yo. It might be, you know what I mean, God forbid, it might be people wishing on my downfall. So it's like I ain't gonna get too detailed about the things that shake off.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
just
yeah.
know I look at it different now, yo. Like I say, yo, I
sure.
just got a nice house with my family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Dope, yeah.
everything is different now, Jikkuhlang. Like,
Absolutely.
Earn.
Absolutely. I mean, I told you there, like during our small interview, little small Ground 3 interview, that like, you know, if you take this inspiration, this, I guess, your love for, you know, capturing people's hearts and capturing the smiles of everybody and inspiring people who, you know, see your movement and your journey. And, you know, I want to give you your flowers while you're sitting here because, like, man, like that's such a positive outlook on being in the city, being, you know, in all of this mayhem we see around everywhere and being positive and like really inspiring people to really just be themselves and to be unapologetically themselves, no matter how, no matter what anybody's saying about you. They call you crazy, they call you whatever, like whatever. I'm me and I'm uniquely myself, and you take that and put that on your chest, and I love that. I want to give you a flowers.
Be yourself, Nuck.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Gotta be yourself on the Jikkuhlang Tuesdays. Like it's one thing I want to say to the young Nucks. Even whoever that can feel influenced by me, even if it's just for right now, just because you're giving me my flowers too.
Yeah.
So you humbling your ears and listening. Check this out on Jikkuhlang. You know what I mean? Like you only get one life, dude. You know what I mean? Be yourself, yo. God put you here. He already know how you supposed to be. So not being yourself, you going completely against the grain, dude, huh? You know what I'm saying? So, yo, there's a hidden gem to everybody's hearts in this world, yo. Our time is our time. But there's a hidden gem to everybody's hearts in this world, yo, and it's within. It's being yourself. Find your why. Be yourself. So it's just like being myself has just created so much infectious love in the world. Like, yo, I like to get a little bit deep. Not to go too detailed, yo. There was somebody that jumped out on me. They hopped out their car and they ran up to me. Yo, they had like then their tears in their eyes, and they was like, yo, there's times, yo, I wanted to go kill somebody, yo, and I stumbled across your page, yo, and you saved me from doing it, yo. And then I found, yo, he said, yo, I got 2-month-old daughter now, bro. Yeah. He was like, yo, you play a part in why I ain't probably spend the rest of my life in jail, yo, because you had me laughing so hard. Yeah. He like, bro, I don't even understand how he was trying to say it, but what I got from it, he like, yo, it's a level of laughter and happiness that can't be removed if you get to that point. That's basically what he was trying to say. And he was like, bro, there's no way I can pan out my negative intentions after watching your video. So it's like, damn, yo, shit like that. It's like, yo, be yourself, yo. Just be yourself, yo. Whatever it is that you truly know inside your heart is yourself. Be yourself. And it's something a lot of people don't know about me. I'm an extremely good boxer. I'm a super, super good boxer. But that's not who I am. That's not who I am. So I'm not going to walk around like that. I'm not going to wear that. I'm not going to really speak about that. I don't want that aura to be given off at all, because that's not who I am. I might use that for exercise, but that's not who I am. That might have been part of my young identity that helped create who I am today. For sure. That gave me my self-discipline to be who I am. You know what I'm saying? That was my choice of self-discipline. You know what I mean? Self-respect. 100%. You know what I mean? It helped me appreciate certain little things. You know what I mean? Musically, like I said, I wasn't appreciate certain things, but to stay on topic, that self-discipline that came from that really helped me to realize, like, yo, just be yourself, yo. I love being myself, yo. It's a lot of things about me people don't know about. I go through real things in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a rough background as far as, yo, my family got a rough background. I could use that to my advantage if I want. I could have came on the Young Blue, on the Rod Wave, on the hood R&B artist, and show who my family was and done that type of thing and did all that. But that's not who I am. That's not who I am.
Definitely.
I'm like one of the my cousins was always happy to see because I'm who I am.
Yeah.
I'm myself. I'm not
Favorite
never
cousin,
trying to.
for sure.
I'm not never trying. Yeah, these my cousins. Yeah, you know what's up. These my homeboys.
Right.
I've never been that type. Even if they are family, I've never been that type.
Right.
That's why they love me. That's why they appreciated me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my cousin from out the county. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, yo, just be yourself, yo. You're gonna be loved and respected, yo. You're gonna get to the point to where as though it's gonna be people in this world that feel like they can't function on a jet-o without you being okay. It's gonna be people in this. I'm gonna go even deeper for you. It's gonna be people in this world that can't function without asking you if you're okay. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be people in this world that can't function without making sure you okay.
Yeah.
And then to go even deeper than that, jet-o, it's gonna be people in this world that'll jeopardize anything to make sure you're okay.
Facts.
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Be yourself on a jet-o.
Yeah. No, 100%.
That's just all I gotta say on follow.
That is,
on that
man,
tip,
I think
Jet-o.
that is one of the biggest gems, and I think that's something that we hear in different words and different people, but like that is the best way you can say it. Just be yourself. Like yourself is the best thing you can be. Don't try to be like your mans. Don't try to be like the people you see on TV, Future, whoever. Like, don't try to be nobody but you, because God made you exactly how you are. And you need to be that. That's the gift you have to this world. And I want to ask you, like, you know, we talk about sort of the next steps and the next plans you have in the future and the things that you're planning to do with your career, and, you know, even with your language, you know, like, we talked about your, you know, I don't know if I can say no air, but your boutique.
Yeah, hell yeah, the Jikkuhlang boutique. Yeah, we good. We about to get that going.
No, for sure. Tell me some of your next steps.
Start speaking about that.
Tell me your next steps.
So basically, shout out to my guy. I ain't going to name drop him because he's real mysterious. But shout out to my guy. When the time is right, should I even come back and do a whole nother interview about all around that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Even bring him too.
Doors open.
Shout out to my guy, man. Like, he see now. He like, Rich, yo. He like, you want to know one thing about you, Rich? Because I always be beating myself down, and that's just one of my ways to stay humble around my big bros.
Sure.
Because I know who I am. I understand. I might be humble, but I understand that I'm, you know, partially somebody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
for sure.
You can't hide from who you are.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
absolutely.
So it's basically like, he like, Rich, you are special. You know how to do a lot of things. You know how to do a lot of things fast. You are a quick learner. You really are special. He was like, you can't bake a cake with one ingredient.
Absolutely.
You need one ingredient, more than one ingredient to bake a cake.
Absolutely.
He's just like, bro, I don't want to waste no more money. I don't want to waste no more time. He was like, I see what you're doing, man. I see everything that's going. He was like, I watch you, man. He's like, I see how much you love your family. He was like, Rich, man, I never sit here and be your big bro and watch you not be able to have your family and allow you telling me that being able to be the man that you know you're supposed to be is the only thing stopping your situation from being the complete story's fairy tale.
Yeah.
He like, man, when you just gonna just, he like, my fault. He like, when you gonna just get out your own way, man? And I'm even say this. He like, man, if you can just cover my gas bill with what it is that you about ready to tell me you trying to do.
Yeah.
And it'd be no cap space.
Facts.
To whatever it is you're trying to do. He's like, if you can shake my hand and tell me that.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I looked him in his face, bro. I was cutting his hair. I turned the chair around, I looked him in his face. I'm like, bro, check this out. No. I'm like, yo, if I don't make something shake right now, I probably won't have my family no more. So it's like, bro, it's deeper than I hope you motivated now.
Right.
Because you tired of not having that life you want. And it's so much deeper than that. It's like, yo, I need something that's gonna keep the family strong like a man's supposed to.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I got too caught up in my own space and my own mind and my own flaws in life on the jet-o. Fuck with you.
Absolutely.
So it was like more so like, yo, this is just one of the trickle effects of what gotta be done. So this thing I'm doing with you is just one of the small things that gotta be done.
Absolutely.
Ain't no other. It gotta be done right now.
For sure.
I gotta treat it like it's forget no tomorrow, like it's no another hour from now. Like it's like, yo, I gotta go crazy. So it's like, bro.
Now,
And then I told him, I said, bro, and a lot of y'all out there that I wanted to invest and I came to about things that I wouldn't say these things because I shouldn't have to. He's one of my real friends, so I can say this to him. I'm like, bro, you can have everything for the first 6 months if you want. I just need my people to have access to this stuff.
Yeah.
I need my people to be able to get this stuff. I know a lot of people, successful people that would love to get this stuff.
Yeah.
People that people look at and would want autographs. I ain't gonna name drop.
Yeah,
that would,
for sure.
Because it might be business that need to be done before we launch certain things.
100%.
That would love to get this stuff. I'm like, yo, I don't care about the money, yo. I know what it's gonna be. I know what it's gonna potentially be for my children on the photos.
Absolutely.
I know how it's gonna earn eventually.
Right.
So it's like right now I'm not worrying about none of that, yo. I need this stuff to get out there. Jet-O.
Yeah. That Jikkuhlang boutique is on the way. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see
Yes,
all
sir.
of that, man. I already know it's finna be insane. And listen, I wish we could stay a little longer, but we got a radio format, so we gotta, wrap it up in a little bit. It's not our last time sitting down. It can't be, because your story is just now beginning, and you like you said, like you finally sort of put it in perspective for yourself, and you're starting to line up the things you want to do and then making those executions happen for the future. So man, you heard it first, man. Where can they follow you? Bipple Yip Snipp, man. Where can they follow you?
BIPPLEYIPSNIPP on the Jikkuhlang Dictionary, Goosmala Jurao, Jiggler Googal, Bang Little Bang Juicema, Figula Boodal, Diggler Biggler Dang on the Goosemas, on all platter the two tail, tackle towel, on your plickler two sal, Sigler Biggler Doozang, on your dang, Diggler Dang, it's 11:11, I'm a Jickle pay to 11 Twickle Lang, on your fuck, on your guttle, Juicemala Ha, Juicema, Jiggler Foontown, Biggler Dang, Boontown Town, Toontang, Tuggle Lugan, Futtler Bang Bang on your Dugget, Germ your guy, Germ your goo, squirt something, so you ain't got to jerk nothing, I ain't trying to hurt nothing, I ain't trying to work nothing, let me goom God, let me I don't fuck with two sides, Smeggler Biggler Goodang, Badal, Diggler Hoodal, Badal, fuck old Juice Maha, Cow Kiggler, Mike on the mic, on the bite, on the bang, on the foo foul, Mike on the mile, Hood Dang, Dang.
Yes, sir. You heard it first, man. The biggest jiggle in the building, man. Bipple Yip Snipp is in the building.
I had to show him I'm the biggest nut. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Always, man. I say this, always a pleasure, man. Absolutely appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, Jet-O.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you for coming out and listening. Look, I look forward to all the new content, all the new music, the boutique, everything you got going on with your haircut business or your bipping business. Like, man, like I said, your purpose is just beginning. Your journey is just starting as far as I'm concerned. And that foundation is so solid that I know that it's nothing but success in the future for you, bro. I already know. Absolutely, man. We at Vibe Studios and we at Ground 3. Can't wait to see your journey, man. And I'll leave you with a short, sacred Baltimore proverb, and that is, keep doing what you're doing.
Keep earning how I'm gearming, man. Shout out to the family, man. My kids, I love y'all, man. We earning this time, Jet-O.
Absolutely. Once again, it's your boy Mike on the mic from the Vibe Perspective Podcast. Tapped on my guys at Ground 3 Radio, DJ OK. Make sure you call in 443-377-1872. Again, that number is 443-377-1872. Leave a message about Rich Love, my guy Bipple Yip Snipp, his videos, his performances, anything.
Jet-O.
Next interview is coming up soon, and keep it locked for Vibe Studios and Ground 3. Let's keep the vibe alive, man. Let's go.
Yo, what it is, it's the Creek Boys, and you're locked in with the Vibe Perspective Podcast. Every day I'm with Vibe Perspective.